Yo, are you a Christian entrepreneur looking for a supportive community to help you grow your business? Then I think you should check out Entrepreneur Build. It's lit over here. No, for real. At Entrepreneur Build, we believe that entrepreneurship is a calling, and we're dedicated to empowering Christian entrepreneurs to fulfill that call. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to take your business to the next level, we offer one-on-one coaching, group coaching, and access to a community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about making a difference in the world. The best part is that Entrepreneur Build is a community built on Christian values. Our coaches are experienced entrepreneurs who knows what it takes to build a successful business. And we're committed to helping you build a business that reflects your values, make a positive impact on the world, and get to the bag. So if you're ready to take your business to the next level and join a community of Christian entrepreneurs, we want to help you make a difference. Head over to pivotbiz.com/build to learn more and join our community. That is www.pivotbizz.com/build to learn more and join our community today. I'll see you on the inside. So if there's things about you that you don't like and they're not producing the life that you desire, could it be possible that changing those things about you could make and create a different kind of life and a different kind of reality? What is going on, my beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Pivot Mindset Podcast. I'm your host. My name is Justin. And welcome to another episode. Really quick housekeeping. You know, we got to come in with the housekeeping, get that out the way. If you're checking out this episode for the very first time, give this podcast a rating and review. It really is one of the only ways that we get the message out. It's the way that we can inform and help people know that this is a cool place to be, cool place to listen, cool community to build. So that's one. Two, share. If you're listening to this episode, if this podcast is providing any amount of value to you, if it's encouraging you along your journey, along your path, whether that's becoming the best version of yourself or becoming a successful entrepreneur or anything regarding mindset and just getting through and developing yourself mentally, share this with somebody and let's continue to get the word out. So without that, all right, that's out the way. So in this episode, I'm not sure, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure what route we're gonna take this. And when I say I'm not sure what route we're gonna take this is because I know I've got a thought in my head of what I want to talk about. And I'm not sure what we're gonna title this episode. So we're just gonna slow cook this thing and we'll see kind of where it lands, where we fall at. So let me first start off by saying this. I'm confident that when it comes to becoming the best versions of ourselves, that anything that we desire to do, anything that we want to do, that it's going to require us to become a different person. And in order to become a different person, you got to know that the things you currently are right now are not producing the aspects of the life that you desire. And so if there's things about you that you don't like and they're not producing the life that you desire, could it be possible that changing those things about you could make and create a different kind of life and a different kind of reality? And so what I am blown away by, and this is something that I think has gotten almost out of hand, y'all, and that's really why I'm feeling compelled to talk about this topic is, I get on calls with entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, literally every single day. And a good amount of these entrepreneurs that I'm speaking to, y'all, when I get on these calls, man, I'll ask them questions like, hey, man, like, where do you see your business? What do you want to accomplish? And the things that I get from them it blows my mind. I'm not sure if it blows your mind, but it definitely blows my mind. I get things like, man, I just want to be a boss, or man, I want to create 7 and 8 streams of income, or man, I just want to sit back and collect the money and let somebody else do all the work. Like, I literally get things like this. And what I'm blown away by is that I think there's a generation that is starting to come up that has not valued the work and have not valued what it actually takes to be successful. And they valued just having the things and what's attached to a level of success. And one of my mentors, and he says it like this, like, there's a volume of work that will make failure nearly impossible. Like there is an amount of work that you can do each day that would make failure nearly impossible. Let me unpack this a little bit, right? Like maybe you're someone who maybe you want to start a business and you're not sure if you can make money doing that business. I guarantee that there is a volume of work that you can do that will make making money in that business inevitable. Like it would make you not making money in that business impossible. If you committed yourself to doing 1,000 calls per day, I'm confident that you would find a way to make some money, right? Maybe it is you're somebody who want to get in the best shape of your life and you want to drop 10, 15, 20 X pounds, right? Whatever you want to lose or whatever you want to gain, right? I know some people are, trying to bulk up and stuff like that. If you work out every single day, and if you worked out, you might not be alive if you did this every single day. But if you worked out for 24 straight hours every single day, the truth is you would probably lose a considerable amount of weight. You would probably lose more weight, chances are, than you would lose if you only worked out for 30 minutes a day, right? And like I could continue to go on and on and on with these kind of analogies. What I'm here to say is that there's a volume of work that again would make failure nearly impossible. And the question is, are you committing your life and what you do to that volume of work? Like, are you waking up every single day and saying, man, you know what? I'm committed to the volume of work that's necessary. Now, catch this. What I'm not trying to get you to become a victim of is the hustle culture, the hustle mentality, this mentality of, just, grind and work 40 hours, work 24 hours a day, right? Work 7 days a week. I'm not trying to get you to go that extreme. What I'm trying to get you to do is to change your mind about you committing yourself to the work and committing yourself to the process. Because what I find is that, man, we've just got a pool of people. We've got a community of people who they want things, but they don't actually put their time. I talked about in the last week's episode, like they don't put their time where their money is, like they don't put their money where their mouth is. There's also a group of people that don't put their time where their mouth is. Like everybody that I admire that have something that I desire, it could be, they're very well at public speaking or they have a really good acumen around a specific industry or genre, or they're a money guy and they are really good at raising money or whatever it is, or really good at managing money, or they on a stage are super dynamic, right? Well, anything that I admire, what I've found just doing the research is that all of them have been at their craft for 10 plus years. Most of them have been at their craft for 20 plus years. And so how is it that I can be in the space that I've been working at my thing for 10 days and I feel like I should have the results of the person that's been working at their thing for 10 plus years? And so regardless of what you're doing, regardless of where you at, you've got to know, man, that there is a price that you got to pay. And this price, what I would say, is absolutely worth paying. Like the price of admission to becoming the best version of yourself and accomplishing all the goals that you desire, it is absolutely worth paying. But at the same time, you've got to be like, I found that what the work does is it purifies your motives, right? Like when you are working at something, it purifies the motives of which you're working at. Anybody can get online. Anybody can open up the camera phone and post a video and say that they are going to be a millionaire, or that they want to build a successful business, or that they want to, have a phenomenal life, or they want to have a phenomenal family. They want to be a good husband, wife, etc. Anybody can get on any platform and actually say that. The question becomes, how are you going to commit to this, and what consistency are you going to walk in, right? Like, and I'm not saying being consistent over 10 days, 10 months. I'm saying, can you be consistent over the next 5 to 10 years? Like, can you decide to pick a thing and focus on it for the next 5 to 10 years? Because if you really want something that is significant, if you really want big goals, big dreams, big aspirations, 9 times out of 10, if you want a high likelihood of achievement, if you put out your time horizon to 5, 10 years, you would find that it's actually extremely likely that you begin to accomplish that thing. The biggest challenge to building wealth is not making more money. The biggest challenge, the biggest hindrance, the biggest roadblock that people go through when they're trying to make more money is that they cannot be consistent at investing long enough, right? I think the numbers say that Warren Buffett, which is, somebody who is very famously known as being a real estate, or not, he invests in real estate, but being an investor, right? He is the investor of investors, right? Warren Buffett, I think his net worth, 99% of his net worth came after the age of 50. 99% of the net worth that he has right now came after the age of 50. Why is that? I think Warren Buffett started investing at the age of 16, 17, 18, something like that, like very young in his teenage years. But the net worth that he has now, 99% of it came after the age of 50. And I think 85% of it came after the age of 60. Why am I bringing this analogy? I'm bringing this analogy because you've got to know the effect of compounded interest when it comes to accomplishing your goals. You've got to know how important it is to stack up time and to stack up wins and to stack up experience and being able to accomplish what you want to accomplish. And so I think what often happens is there's the quote out there that you overestimate what you can do a short period of time and you underestimate what you could do in a long period of time. Humans have a flawed view of time. And so we think that, hey, I can make $100,000 in a week, but we don't. And so we overestimate what we can do in a week, but we underestimate what we can do across 10 years. And so can you push out your time horizon, right? Like why do you got to have this thing in the next 5 months? Like why is it so important for you to do this thing in the next 6 months? Is your motives really pure? Like that's the question that I'm asking you right now. Like, if this thing has to happen so fast, is your motives really pure about it? Like, is this a thing that's just come and go? Is this a fad desire that you have? Is this a fad goal that you have? Or is this something that you really feel like you're called to for the rest of your life? Because if you really feel like you're called to it for the rest of your life, you will put your head down and you will wake up every single day in love and falling in love with the journey, with the process on getting to it, right? And so I'm confident that life is just a daring adventure, right? Like, you're going to work at something. Every single day, you're going to get up and work at something. You're either going to work at the life that you want, or you're going to work at the kind of life that you don't want. You've got to make that decision, though. Like, you've got to make the call. Am I going to wake up today and advance the kind of life that I desire? Or am I going to wake up today and advance the kind of life that I desire? How do we advance the kind of life that we desire or we don't desire? It is going to be based on your routines. It's going to be based on your patterns. It's going to be based on your habits. It's not going to be based on what you do today. It's going to be based on what you do every day. And so what you do every day creates the kind of life that you currently have. And if you want a different life, you've got to change what you're doing every single day. I cannot expect an extreme result if I have a mediocre calendar. I cannot expect an abundant result if I have a mediocre work ethic, right? It is so arrogant. It is so arrogant for me to stand here and say, I want to be a part of the top 1%. I want to accomplish things that nobody has ever accomplished before, but my calendar looks like everybody else's. I get to hang out at all the events like everybody else. I get to take the vacations like everybody else gets to. It is asinine. It is so arrogant for me to think that I am that talented, that I am that different, that I am that overly gifted, that what somebody could do in 10 years, I can do it in 10 days. How arrogant am I to have that kind of mentality? And so, man, in this episode, I wanna not just push your faith, I wanna push your work ethic. I wanna push the version of you that knows that you're able to accomplish more, but you've gotten away from really being locked into the work required of it. Again, my goal isn't to get you to sign up for grind and hustle culture. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, can you be self-aware enough to purify the motives of why you're doing what you really say you want? Can you be self-aware enough to say, you know what, I don't really want this. This is something that somebody else's want. My parents wanted me to do this. My spouse wanted me to do this. My community said this is the thing I'm supposed to be doing right now. I don't really want this. Because your motives will be purified based on your ability to sign up for the work. all of my favorite athletes, the GOAT, the LeBron James, my guy, right? This dude has been in the league 20 years. And I'm confident that if he did not love the sport of basketball, he would no longer be playing it. He has become the first billionaire athlete. If his goal was to make more money, if LeBron's goal was to get rich and become wealthy, he accomplished that, and he could hang his Nikes up and he could have been walked away from the game. He signed a $100 million a year contract his rookie year, right, with Nike. It's not for him, it's clear his work ethic and his time invested and his time committed has purified his motives for you to see that he's not in love with the money, though I'm sure that helps. He's not in love with the fame, though that's probably nice. You could tell based on his commitment to the volume of work that he just genuinely loved the sport of basketball. That if he was not in the NBA, he would probably be playing basketball somewhere. He would probably be the guy at your rec league, at your pickup league, killing it. The most consistent guy, right? Like, you could tell he loves the sport that much. And the question I got for you is, do you love your sport that much? Do you love the sport in which you're in that much that you can commit your life for the next 20 years and not be so emotionally attached to the results, not be so emotionally attached to the outcomes, but that you love the thing enough that you're willing to dedicate your entire life and give everything you have to moving the needle every single day to move forward into accomplishing the thing that God has laid on your heart? Or is this really the thing you want? Is this a someday kind of thing? Or is this, you know what, this is the thing that I know God has called me to, right? And so, man, I just want to encourage you now in this episode, just something short, just something light, man. But sit in that. Sit in that. Like, are you really committed to this? How long is this going to continue to be lip service? Are you really going to stay locked in? Are you really going to put in the work? Are you really going to continue to commit yourself? Or is this something you're just saying, you don't really believe in it? Here's how I would know, and this is my close. I would know that you're really committed to this based on how you show up every single day and how the work ethic is going to purify your motives. All right. And so, man, that's all I've got for you in this episode. Thank you for checking out this episode. Remember here that life is all about the pivots, and those who decide to make the pivots decide to become successful. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.